They are a flashpoint for heated debate and division right around the world. But a scathing report out today says no one has any way of knowing if Alberta's oil sands really are an environmental threat, because no one's doing a good enough job of monitoring them. Margot McDermott has the details.
For years, the federal government has claimed it had a world-class system to monitor the effects of the oil sands on water. It turns out there is no system.
The panel was unanimous in its findings. Do we have a world-class monitoring system in place? In short, no.
A panel of 6 scientists studied how the federal and provincial governments and the oil industry check for pollution in the water downstream from Fort McMurray. It found no leadership, no coordination of scientific data, confusion. In short, they say, a mess.
Until these significant shortcomings are addressed, there will continue to be debate about the data itself. There will continue to be uncertainty and public distrust, both of industry's environmental performance and government's oversight.
The panel recommends one group be set up to monitor the oil sands, with another group of independent scientists keeping an eye on it, with industry paying for everything. The federal environment minister accepts there's a problem.
You know, we're not debating that. Clearly, we want to do more. We want to up the federal government's game.
The industry was on the defensive today.
There's a difference between saying the system needs work and saying the system is broken.
You saw something like that in Safeway allying with a bunch of normal fish.
This panel was set up after a study last fall by renowned scientist David Schindler around Fort McMurray found deformed fish and high levels of toxins in the water. Today, he says, there's a lot of catching up to do.
Most Canadians thought we had at least 13 years of good monitoring. And in fact, we're now finding that we have 13 years of inadequate monitoring. So we're starting at square one.
The environmental profile of the oil sands is a growing problem for the industry that's under pressure here in Canada and internationally to clean up its act. The panel warns until the monitoring is fixed, the oil sands will continue to have an image problem. Margot McDermott, CBC News, Ottawa.